Welcome back to the SMT YouTube channel. Folks, this is a really interesting network update. The way this is kind of playing out, it's kind of surprising. Anyways, the T-Mobile network has to be one of the greatest success stories in the history of cellular industry news. I mean, if you think about it, right, like Verizon has always kind of had the biggest and best and most reliable network, and AT&T with FirstNet became a true competitor to the Verizon network, and then through like the Sprint integration and acquisition by T-Mobile, I mean, it's a complete game changer, right? And people have to realize like the industry is better now because T-Mobile is better, right? And I think we can all acknowledge that, and we all understand that. Now, that doesn't mean that everything is perfect. There is currently a problem within a small town in Connecticut. I think its name is Weston. And let me know if you guys are familiar with the town or you know about this region. T-Mobile is trying to negotiate their way into a better financial situation for a cell tower. Now, to give you guys the background story, there are 3 network operators on this cell tower. I'm going to show you guys a picture of it. It's up here, right over the town hall building. You have both AT&T and Verizon, and, well, I should say all 3, and T-Mobile on the cell tower. And it looks like they've been up there for a while, and they've done some upgrades. Everything's great. Service has been fine. That's not the issue. But at the end of 2024, the town took over ownership of the cell tower. I'm not sure if they bought it from, like a cell tower leasing company or whatever. But anyways, the town owns it. And I think what they did was they increased the rent or the lease agreements for the space on the tower. And as of right now, it appears that both AT&T and Verizon accepted the terms on the new lease long term. And it says here that the cost is between $85,000 a year and $94,000 a year. That's what AT&T and Verizon are paying. T-Mobile declined to pay the price boost, which I think for annual was $88,000 for the first year of the lease. T-Mobile countered with an offer of $30,000. Now, I don't know if this is good or bad. I think it's all relative, right? It depends where the cell towers are, how many customers are going to connect to it. The company has to make a financial decision if it's worth it, right? But what I'm kind of leaning towards here is T-Mobile's threatening to remove their tower gear from the space on the tower site, which means they're going to have to find another location to put that cell tower gear. So the antennas, the radios, and I'm not really sure where that would be. I'm not sure how it's definitely going to impact service, right? There's at least in the short term going to be service disruptions. And then depending on where they put it in a new location, how is it going to change the performance for the people in this area? I mean, it seems to be like a pretty tall tower. Looks to be maybe, 150 feet tall or something. And it's probably reaching across the entirety of this small town, right? So I don't know what their plans are and how they're going to move forward, but that's probably the play. Now they're kind of far in negotiations, right? Think about that. The town's talking about a annual cost of almost $90,000. T-Mobile's counter was $30,000. I mean, to me, it doesn't seem like a lot of money. Rent for a year for a cell tower that generates revenue, but maybe it's just beyond the budget. I don't know. I'm not sure about the localized budget for this network team, but AT&T and Verizon ponied up the money, and now they're cooking, and they've got a good network performance, that customers are willing to pay for. T-Mobile rips its gear off. Now they're going to be the weak provider in this area. And now what do you think people are going to think of T-Mobile in this particular part of town? And I'm sure the residents are going to side with the town and say, well, this is what's best for us, and we'll just switch to AT&T and Verizon. It's not a good look. Anyways, I wanted to make you guys aware of that story and that news, and let me know if you've seen or heard of anything similar to this, maybe in your town or a region nearby, how it worked out, what happened, and did T-Mobile end up capitulating and kind of giving in as Verizon and AT&T have? Let me know what you guys think. Sound off in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more videos. See you guys soon on the next one.